Hello, everybody. How's it going? What is up? Hope you guys are having an amazing day. We are here with Titled Tuesday, and with pretty much 1 minute on to go, we're gonna get into some pretty exciting games soon. So, yeah. All right. Let's get everything started. Is the stream okay? Can you guys all like see me just fine? I'm not really sure what's going on. I think my stream might have some slight issues. That's totally okay. But I do hope you guys are having an awesome day. Today's Title Tuesday. We do have Hikaru as, you know, normal. I don't think I've ever seen a Title Tuesday without Hikaru, except for when he's like playing tournaments, other tournaments. But there is Hikaru. There is also, oh, somebody has already won his first game. That is very interesting. All right, well, let's jump right into the games they have started. We do have Hikaru. We do have Danya playing today. Great streamers as well as a wonderful time. Ming Lei. So all names that you typically should know, and there's also people like Jeffrey Sean playing, and Alexander Zubov, and a lot of really strong players today. So let's see who wins in this week's edition of Title Tuesday. If you guys have any games you want to see specifically, make sure you can drop it in the chat. Totally open to suggestions. And also, don't forget to cheer on your favorite player or whoever you are looking for. So, alright, well, I think Ming Lei will win. Let's go. Yeah, Hikaru's already off to a pretty good start. This is just a nice pawn structure for him. Nothing too major, but whenever the e-file is open, there are very good chances for white to be able to put pressure on this pawn. So I do think that this is already looking pretty good. Let me just put the mic a little bit closer to me. I'm not sure what you guys are hearing, but alright. Hello. Okay, so white here has gone into a pretty decent position against keep forgetting him. Keep forgetting what his name is. I apologize. I need to start getting like a list of every single Grandmaster's names for Title Tuesday. I feel bad every single time when I don't remember who it is. But you know, it's fine. I don't really like this move, Queen G5, just because I feel like you have the queen and black has a kind of poor pawn structure. So I don't really know if you like, and the king's also in the middle of the board. So I don't know if you want to exchange queens off to go into what is fairly equal endgame, where black potentially has actually better structures than white does. So I can definitely see black doing a little bit better than white in this endgame. Chess pawn structures are very hard to play. I get it, buddy, but this is not the pawn structure you want to be playing into, I think. And Draken? Okay, thank you. And Draken. Appreciate it. You guys know a lot more than I do, obviously. Yeah. Alright, so we're just gonna jump around a little bit with the games. There's a lot of people playing today's Title Tuesday. 432 specifically. That is a lot of people. And we're just watching the top boards right now, but later on we'll also go and check a lot of other pleb 2500s, you know, the people who are not very important. No, I'm obviously joking, but right now we are looking at the top boards. Danya has a very exposed king, but that is not going to stop him from pushing his pawns up the board and trying to checkmate his opponent. Very, very nice blitz gameplay from the one and only Daniel Naroditsky, the Prophet. Just, you know, this is how you should be playing blitz. As always, just playing for that checkmate. Alright. If you've ever played blitz, then I'm sure you also know it's much easier to attack than it is to just purely defend. So, yep. Danya's position is indeed good. I am obviously joking about the 2500 pleb part. There is nothing wrong with being 2500. I'm not even 2500. I have zero rights to make fun of anybody in chess. It is totally fine to be 2500. So it might be very tempting to play for checkmate right now, but don't forget this fork does exist, and Danya goes for knight to f6. Wow. Oh, I could also open this. Alright, there we go. Now we have move. Now we have the move sounds as well. And he doesn't really care about this queen because he will promote and checkmate the next move, so his opponent does resign. Alright, let's go take a look at how Hikaru's doing. Like I was saying, this opening was pretty good for him. Nothing too crazy, so the eval bar says it's kind of equal, but also keep in mind his opponent has 24 seconds to Hikaru's 1 minute and 30. That is rather insane. That is quite a large time difference, and that's what happens when you play Hikaru, who is commonly one of the fastest people, who is commonly acknowledged as one of the fastest people in the world. So pretty good stuff. Alright, let's take a look at how Exotic Princess, or otherwise known as Jobava, and he streams as well on Twitch. Let's see how Jobava is currently doing as black against an international master from Mexico? I'm gonna harbor it. Yeah, it's Mexico. I got it right. Let's go. It's a very drawn rook endgame. Let's see if he can swindle. I highly doubt he'll be able to do anything. White has a pass pawn. It's really hard for black to try to push his pawn when white can just push, you know, his own. So not expecting too much coming out of this position, but yeah. It is going to end up being a draw once those pawns come off the board. All right. Well, white? Hello? That is not it. This is not how you draw the rook endgame. I mean, it happens. It happens. Now you'll get a very classic Lucina style position. Or I mean, I don't even think you need to go for Lucina. But it's just a very it's a very winning rook endgame. I mean, white unfortunately made some pretty big mistakes around here. So yeah, once this pawn comes like into this side of the territory, it just becomes really difficult to defend against. So, you know, just playing king g6, indirectly defending your h-pawn like that, it would have been good. If f4, then you push h5, f3, go rook f6. Remember, for people who come from my channel, this is the mushroom skewer. I will refrain from explaining it in great detail, but the idea is that you always want your rook behind the pawn in order to defend it from promoting, just like how black would love to play rook f4 in order to help his pawn promote. So that's something that you guys should really be keeping in mind when you play your own endgame. All right, and for our prediction for today, let's take a bet on whether or not Hikaru is going to win Title Tuesday or if somebody else will win Title Tuesday. Make sure you guys are going to vote. Go vote, go vote, go vote. Yeah. I mean, my stream is very uninteresting. Don't check it. I am very pleb at chess as well. Okay. So, who is still playing? Oh, another rook endgame. This is the Philidor, but Fie is running out of time. He might have disconnected. I'm going to make the assumption that he disconnected. And we will... Oh, another rook and pawn endgame, except this one's winning for white. Yeah, why don't I just do that? But, I mean, this works too. Everything's winning here. Alright. A queen endgame. Wow, not a rook endgame. That's awesome. Okay, we got a repetition. And we get the repetition. Okay. Alright, so I think most of the games have ended for this round. So once again, for those of you who are tuning in for your first Title Tuesday, Title Tuesday is a weekly event hosted on Chess.com for, guess what? Title players. And title players are competing for a pretty Chad prize pool. I can't remember directly off the top of my head, but I think first place gets something around like 700, which is pretty cool. And Hikaru is kind of known for winning it like 90% of the time or something like that. So yeah, that is what Title Tuesday is all about. And it is a 3+1 tournament. So also pretty fun. Oh God. Give me 1 second. I might have accidentally tabbed out of the tournament. I know what I'm doing for sure. Give me 1 sec. Whoopsies. There we go. Alright, so round 2 has started. You always read that as Tilted Tuesday? Yeah, everybody does, I think. I think the assumption is that it has to be tilted. Well, to be fair, how are your Tuesdays going, by the way? Are you guys tilted today? Or are you guys vibing? What is the general vibe today in the chat? Also, if you see me like bopping my head back and forth, I'm listening to music. You guys can't hear it, but I am listening to music before you question whether or not I'm going crazy. Pushing through. That is a mood. That is very much a vibe. Gloomy day. Oh no, it's so sunny here today. Like, the weather was so good. I went out for a walk unwillingly because I got my nose like stabbed with a COVID test, and I was just like crying at the pharmacy because they were like, anyways, there were just like tears literally running down my face. My nose is so sensitive. Like, if anything like goes into my nose, it's so uncomfortable and so itchy. And yeah, let's go, Dio-sama. Let's go. What am I listening to? I am listening to Everybody Hurts by REM. You can obviously bring your own music to this party. You can pick a vibe similar to mine, or you can choose EDM or Mongolian throat singing or Polish rap, whatever you prefer. So bring your own music and we can all vibe together. I have both my shots, but I just needed the COVID test because I am gonna travel soon. So yeah. All right. Well, Hikaru, I like the way Hikaru plays a lot because he has this tendency to not get great openings, but still somehow win his games. And I absolutely love that. Like, it is exactly how I play chess, save for the fact that I play 100 million times worse than Hikaru, and I can't see tactics like Hikaru, and I can't play as fast as Hikaru, and he knows so much more theory than I do. And anyways, the point is, I have really bad openings as well. So being able to win in the middle game when you already have a bad opening is rather, it's like a lot of talent. It takes a lot of talent. I really respect the way that Hikaru approaches his middle games and stuff. So I mean, yeah, this is just not that great of a position for black because the pawn structure is a little bit broken. There's a backwards pawn on d6, and this is a very nice outpost for the knight. Whenever you're evaluating a position, for all of you guys in the chat, these are, for example, some of the things that you should be taking a look at whenever you're evaluating. So yeah. Oh, we have our daily accent, Oscar. Today, it has decided to be a transatlantic accent, I think is what my chat would describe it. On some days, it's very purely North American. On other days, I don't speak English, but it's totally fine. This is not, it does look like a Sveshnikov, you're right, Gran, but it came out of a modern. Isn't it amazing how openings can transpose into other structures? That's why not playing the London and playing a lot of other different openings is really good for you. That is the number one reason why I encourage people to try out different openings, because then you get used to playing different middle game structures, and that is exactly what chess is all about. So make sure you are doing that. And thank you guys so much for all the subs. On behalf of Chess.com, we appreciate your continued support. Y'all are awesome. So, London is fine, but if you're trying to improve, I would say it's a little less fine. Yeah. Hi Ming, what's up? How's it going? We are just vibing here. Shout out to Ming, by the way. Ming is streaming. And he has already won his second game. Congratulations. Yeah. Ming Lei in the chat. If you guys don't know who Ming is, he is actually... Oh, you're not streaming? Alright, well, if you're not streaming, that's totally okay too. Huge shout out to Ming. Anyways, make sure you guys are following him on his channel. He's an absolutely awesome international master from Vietnam who very much deserves to get his Grandmaster title soon. So, my apologies. I assumed you were streaming. But it is still great to have you here. And good luck on all of your games as well. Thank you, Ming. Thank you. Baiting you guys. Alright, well, Danya is not going to let this opportunity pass up. He does have, yeah, queen takes d6. And that knight on d3 is not pinned. So, yeah, that is not quite going to work for black. Sorry, not quite gonna work for white. Danya is just a great player. Alright, so. My nose still hurts from today's early morning COVID swab. My nose is very much not pleased. Alright, black is up a whole pawn. And I mean, white has a little bit of compensation for it in terms of activity and like knight placement, but a pawn is a pawn, and that is a very nice pass pawn. So, you know, whenever your pass pawns are kind of connected, you can push them up together, and it's great. No, I don't actually have COVID. I'm just needed it for travel purposes. Yeah. Okay. Let's see white's expert. Let's see black's expert conversion of this position into what is potentially going to be a win. Oh no, did Hikaru blunder? Oh! Oop! That is not so good. That is totally okay though. Everybody's allowed to blunder. Now we just have to see a comeback story. Thanks, Dio-sama. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, I think we can all tell that Dortum, but maybe his opponent's gonna blunder checkmate. Oh, he's winning now. Wow. See, it's not so easy to play chess against Hikaru. I mean, his opponent's also running on 1 second. I definitely predict white's gonna get checkmated at some point here. Yep, there we go. Hikaru is just crazy, right? Look, everybody was like, Hikaru's losing, but just give him a little bit of time. Yeah. It's Naka. Why would we ever doubt him? Like, literally, why would we doubt him? It's just Hikaru. It's pretty crazy. Alright, so Alexander Zubov has actually won his game. Let's see how Krikor is doing. Krikor is a Portuguese language Brazilian streamer. A Brazilian streamer who streams in Portuguese sounds a little bit better probably. But he is also a grandmaster. He's pretty cool. Super nice guy. Let's see if he's able to convert this into a win. He's also, both players are running very low on time. So, okay. Okay, that is a free pawn, but you don't really need that pawn. You really, realistically just want to push up your G pawn at some point, or maybe don't lose the bishop. Happens though. I have faith in Krikor as well. Oh, see, there we go. Oh, and then we get the queen with the promotion. Capture, checkmate. That is a very, very beautiful move. Vamos, Krikor. That was a great example of why in an endgame and running low on time, it gets really coin flippy. And that is chess at this level, and that is totally cool. This is a draw because this pawn is going to promote on a dark, well, it's supposed to promote on a dark square, but your bishop is a light square bishop, so it's a very well-known theoretical draw. And also, wait, what? White resigned? What did I just witness? I need a moment here. Okay, well, unfortunate. He must have misclicked. Why draw when you can resign? Exactly. Exactly. Why bother to draw when you can just resign? Happens. Happens, you know? Happens. It's totally fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could have. Why would you even offer a draw instead of just stalemating the guy? Like, you already know it's gonna draw, but. Mukava nahta. Alright, so bishop to e2. Another pretty solid position for Hikaru. Like I said, he never gets like overly amazing openings out of, you know, the first few moves, but that's totally fine for him because he's just a better player, and that is an incredibly impressive way to play chess. Yeah. But also, can we please stick to English in the chat? Would appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Black has pretty good knights. It's hard to chase those out for now. London, English only. Please no London openings. Please. I don't want to see a London today. Alright, let's take a look at Danya's game as well. Ooh, black has a pretty big advantage already out of this opening. I kind of want to see what happened here. Oh, he played b3. That's why. Oh, I need to learn this for my repertoire. Okay. Oh, okay. So right now, obviously, the knight's under attack, but if you take here, there is bishop takes f5, and this is totally fine for white. But if he takes on bishop to d3 first, after queen takes d3, you can take this, but then there's queen takes h7, which the best line is probably d takes e5 and then going here. I'm not really sure. A lot of stuff is happening in this position. But black can also, instead of going to all those complications, first close off white's queen to stop him from being able to take on h7. So this is why... Alright, so she takes f3. Yeah, okay. That's exactly what happened in the game. So now Danya is indeed down a piece, but he has 2 pawns in compensation and also the potential to try to checkmate black, basically. Yeah. I understand the strangeness of the Finnish language. It really wasn't that strange until I moved out of Finland and everybody started telling me how strange Finnish was. When I lived there, it just sounded like it was normal, you know? Like, hey, it's my language. Okay, so this position is still very much equal. Nothing much is happening. Let's take a look. Kaidanov. He has actually coached me before. Yeah. Kaidanov is a rather well-known trainer from the US. Fun fact, he has prepared me for the Olympiad, I think, a few times. Only like a few games though. But anyways, it's great to see him playing Blitz. He is doing a little bit worse here against Ming. He is down the exchange. Now, Ming does have rooks, which is a little bit hard to break through with currently, but e4 does come in, which is a very nice pawn break. Good stuff by Ming. As always, just showing expert endgame technique. Alright. Looking good so far. Predicting this to be a win for Ming. Alright, let's take a look at how Parham Masudlu is doing. Slightly worse position. I always hate it when like my opponent's knights get like this and the rooks get like this. I'm always scared of like sacrifices on f3 and stuff. Alright. Alright. Black is slowly starting to build up his advantage over here. Slowly. Black is definitely pushing for that win. Now this the sacrifice that I was talking about looks really good. Knight takes f3 is probably just winning. Okay. He didn't play it. What a pleb. Come on, buddy. You had such a good attack. You have to keep going for it. Parham might actually survive this position if he plays bishop takes g6 and tried to exchange pieces off when you're under attack. After bishop g6, that looks very passive. Oh, the previous two moves ago it would have been great, but now I'm not so sure. I mean, okay, queen c2 is not great, picks up rook f2, but you know, under time pressure anything can happen, right? So we just not really sure what is going on here. All right. White might have some checkmate ideas. Oh no, that is checkmate in 2, buddy. Sorry, 3. I cannot count. And yeah, that's how Blitz games kind of go. That was some really good tactics finds by CSB7. Not that necessarily he played the best moves, but the ideas existed and were there, and that is what I can compliment him on. He might not have executed the perfect time for knight takes f3, but you know, still pretty good overall. Alright, let's go and see how Danya is doing. He's holding this endgame. I think it will be a draw because the rooks will just move back and forth. Don't think there's a very good way for either side to make progress. I don't know about that one. What happens on this? Or anything. Okay, well, I mean, it's still a draw. Which is totally cool. Still a draw. It might not be a draw for very long. Danya might be able to push this for a win, especially because he's the bullet expert. Danya's just way too fast. Speedy boy. Still a draw because of knight takes c4, yeah. And this will be a draw. Or not. Happens, bro. Happens. That's why endgames are very much not fun sometimes. I mean, it's still a draw in this position if you go king to d5 because of this concept called triangulation. So if here. Well, it's a bit of a triangulation, a little bit of just counting tempo. So here, the king can't go here, and this king's always going to be in front of the pawn. So this will always be a draw. And if this, then it slowly goes into this structure, which is just a draw. Yeah. There are a lot of speedy boys in this event. Oh no. Are we gonna get the typical 50 move draw in Title Tuesday? Always has to be that one game. Yeah. Oh, yes, they can. The cropping is a little bit tight on it, but I don't know. This is as many as I can show at once, right? I don't think I can get it. I'm sorry. Yeah. I think you guys will just have to stay with the standings and not the points. My apologies. Oops. Oh no, now I screwed up the whole overlay. Okay, I'm never touching this again. It was looking fine. No. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're not touching it. We're just not touching it. What do I have to say about Hikaru's 11 out of 11 last time? I honestly did not watch. My apologies. Sunshine always makes me really sleepy. I feel like I'm the opposite of what humans are supposed to be. I see sunlight, I'm like, let me be a cat and just take a nap. I just want to like lie flat on the ground and just take a nap. When it's like dark out, I get so excited. I feel like I'm literally just a gamer. Probably I'm just gamer, honestly. That's what I am. Okay, so Hikaru does get his classic King's Indian structure. I mean, owl works, but I'm probably honestly just a gamer. I think that's what it is. or a college student is also another very acute description. What do I play against the King's Indian? Well, you see, if you play e4, you don't play into the King's Indian, which is what I like to go for. So, I don't really know how to play against the King's Indian, nor have I ever really bothered to learn. But this, actually, like the eval bar never really likes black's positions, but I don't think they're that bad. I very much strongly dislike gambits as well, so I don't have a favorite gambit. I dislike every single one of them. There's not a single gambit I enjoy. I am a Spanish one-trick, and I play the Rouser, which is also one of the most boring Sicilian lines you can possibly play. And I play, like, Dragon Sidelines, and that's about it. Yeah. Yeah. So the one thing in this position that's going to really impact Hikaru is the fact that he doesn't have his light square bishop. The light square bishop is really important in the King's Indian for black because you use it to put lots of pressure on h3. So not having that light square bishop kind of sucks, also because this dark square bishop is really bad due to the pawns all being on the dark squares. Yeah. Thank you, Billy. I don't know if you were talking about fashion or if you were talking about my chess style. Yeah, the sad G7 bishop, yep. He's a mood. He's joining his buddy, the French light squared bishop. Alright, so you might be very tempted to play knight takes d6, but there's bishop b takes c4, sorry, with tempo. So if playing knight takes e8, then this is more or less fine for black now because you have such a nice pass pawn. Yeah. Thank you, Vila. I appreciate it. Thank you. What happened to your sword in this channel? Did you not have a sword before? This is true, Vila. This is true. I don't even play London like true chads. Absolutely correct. Alright, so white is up 2 pawns. But finding f4 in this position is near impossible, so white is actually losing because he's going to play knight to c4, and then after rook to c8, this queen is going to be very misplaced, and then there will be queen takes d5, and this king is going to be very exposed. And this is the reason why the King's Indian works if you're human, because your opponent makes mistakes, and that is a very human thing to do. And rook takes c5, and white will actually just be down a whole knight. That's unfortunate, Vila. Unfortunate. Well, Danya Hikaru saving lost positions is very typical of stronger players compared to weaker players in general. King's Indian works most in rapid blitz and bullet. I fully agree, because at classical level, when thinking actually becomes kind of involved, it's not bad at all. Yep. Alright. Well, Hikaru is going to wrap up this game slowly. Let's go take a look at how this youngster is doing. Wait. Do I know who this is? Yeah, when there's a 2 hours time control, you can find good moves. Sort of surprising. Yep. Sadwani. Oh, it's Ronak Sadwani. Yeah, so he's a pretty strong player. Okay, I mean, it's a slightly better position, but I think mostly he is up a whole minute on the clock. When you're defending against a Grandmaster with 18 seconds, things will go wrong pretty quickly. There will be a 6-minute break after this round as well. There are breaks between rounds 4 and 5 and 8, I want to say. I will be informed. Yeah. I will be informed. Okay, let's take a look here. It is a very equalish position still. But white's obviously going to be pushed for a win. Alright, so it is after rounds 4 and 8. I have been informed. Okay. Let's take a look at how Ming is doing. Oh, he's just absolutely crushing it. This king is so exposed. And then you can just also just take this bishop. Some pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Let's take a look at how... Oh, this is a draw from Gadakomsky. Hikaru is right here. He hasn't finished this game yet, which is probably why he's not on the top scoreboards just yet. But on the top scoreboards, we do currently have Sanan Shugirov, who's a very strong Russian grandmaster, also rather young. And then we have an FM, who I'm not super familiar with, but we do have Amin Tabatabe, who had a very nice performance at the World Cup, sorry. And then we do have Eric Hansen there as well from Chess Bros. And of course, Daniel Naroditsky from GM Naroditsky. Okay, and Hikaru does very slowly grind this guy down to a win, and he gets a whole point for beating somebody who is 2,700. You know how many points I would win if I beat somebody 2,700? Like, the max number. What is it, 18 or something? I would, like, get 18 points. It's pretty funny how he only gains, like, 1 point. It must be so difficult for him to climb. Anyways. From GM Naroditsky, yeah. That's his Twitch handle. Alright, d6. We're just pushing those pawns up. Push them. Push them. Oh, the Eval Bart is doing burpees. Alright. Well, it is a very nice game by Sonak. No. No, JPs. I at least never do. I keep closing out of the tournament. I'm sorry. I think he won his game. He did win his game. Alright, so there is going to be a break. I will be back in 6 minutes. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Do people want to play Hikaru? I don't know. Do they? Find out after the break. And we are back with live coverage of Title Tuesday. So, hope you guys had a good break. And to answer your question, buddy, yeah, I really like playing against strong players in Title Tuesday. Like, I already know I'm not gonna win Title Tuesday, so for me, getting the opportunity to play against somebody better is just awesome. Now, I can't say that for everybody, but we do have some very exciting games happening. On board one, pretty much, we have Hikaru against the one and only Penguin GM, also known as Cloud9 Andrew Tang. So, fun stuff, fun stuff. This is going to be an exciting game. We do come off directly from the opening with Arai Lopez, the Fianchetto defense, sorry. My Italian is not good. And with g6, that means bishop to g7 is going to happen. And of course, in the Spanish, rather, you have a lot of slow maneuvers. So this is going to be quite a slow game, which is sort of what we like to see between two very strong players. Let's take a look at how Danya is currently doing. All right. He is playing as Arjun Erigaisi. Very solid position so far. Nothing too major happening just yet. Let's see if we can find a very spicy, juicy game. Alright, this one's kind of juicy. Ming is just setting up an attack against Eric Hansen. Kind of good stuff. I like to see this. Do not remind me, Swift, of how much this water bottle cost. But Ming going for the attack is always very awesome. I mean, that is precisely what we do like to see. And as always, it's easier to attack than it is to defend. So, you know. Alright. Knight to f3. Probably gonna look good. I think Ming is commonly known as like the strongest IM on the planet. I think Hikaru has actually said that before. So I'm not like, you know, just bragging about him for no reasons. He is one of the strongest international masters in the world. He is just missing his one norm, which due to COVID and school and all that, he just hasn't had time to get. But I'm very convinced that he will get it as soon as he can. Of course, Danny Wrench is the OG Super IM. He is the best international master in the world. Yep. Alright, so rook to g3. We're going to see probably... I'm thinking here. Rook to h8 is kind of a very thematic move in these positions in order to defend h5. But also black doesn't really have like anything to be scared of. Like the attack looks very superficial. And that's what a lot of the attacks are at this level because, you know, like you're two really good players. What a surprise. Nobody's like seriously blundering, right? Alright, let's take a look at how Andrew's doing against Hikaru. He is down to 46 seconds against Hikaru, which is rather interesting. Yeah. Right now, second is a pro streamer. Yes, Hikaru, the pro streamer. Yep. He's only a pro streamer, guys. He is totally not one of the best Blitz and Bullet and Rapid and chess players in the world. Yep. Alright, so I'm not really sure where Andrew's time went. That looks a little sus. But other than that, this position is not bad for him. You might think that like white has so much space and everything, but those pawns can become potential weaknesses. And also black will eventually get his knights onto better squares. Yeah. Alright. Sus. Exactly. He is playing very slowly today, which, once again, A little bit surprised by. He is quite known for being a very fast bullet player, but maybe that only kicks in when you're not playing Blitz, really. I always have a difficult time adjusting from Blitz to bullet as well. I either play Blitz way too fast or way too slow. Yeah, exactly, Swift. So, I mean, he's probably not that worried about time anyways, because he is so known for his bullet skills. Alright, Danya and Arjun are very even on time and very even on the position. Lots to play for here. I think that just blunders the e6 pawn, but I could be very wrong. No, that just blunders the e6 pawn. Alright, well, I take it back. This position is no longer very equal. But, Ming somehow actually managed to make something happen out of this attack, which is what I was once again saying, right? The attack looks very superficial to me. But if you're able to... attacking is always way easier than defending. So, e takes f5 is the correct move in this position, because there is absolutely nothing white can do here, right? You can't take this, the knight will just take back. Have I played in Title Tuesday? I have played in Title Tuesday, yes. I have. Yeah, exactly right, this is true. So f5 was an interesting move, not the best on the board, but with the way that Eric played it, it gave white a few chances, because now there's no knight defending this, right? So now taking this is actually a threat since this is pinned. So after queen to e6, queen to g5, knight takes e4, rook takes f5. Some tactics does happen on the board here, even if black plays rook to f8 in order to defend the f-pawn and not lose to this tactic, because now obviously everything is just dropping. Then he would have been alright. But that's what happens when it comes to Blitz. That's what happens. You don't find the perfect move, and that's totally okay. Alright, so I don't know how Hikaru lost the bishop. That's very interesting. Not really sure how that happened. But you know, it happens. Totally fine. Totally happens. I will stream on my channel after Title Tuesday. Butterflies fly away. I'm listening to Party in the USA. How do I pronounce my name? Nemo? It's like the fish. Yeah. And Andrew Tang is picking up the juicer, and this will actually be winning. So, yeah, today is Tuesday. Who would have guessed? Definitely not me. I had no idea what today was. I think, like, my weeks, the only days I know the only days during a week in which I know what the day of the week it is when I do Sub Sunday or Title Tuesday. Because I get reminded. So, those are the only 2 days of the week that I actually care about. Everything else is just a number to me. It's like, yeah, today is the 7th, and that's about it. I don't have like weekdays or anything like that. Yeah. Once again, huge shout out to Ming. He does have perfect score, and he's currently ranked 4th with the perfect score. So there are still quite a few games to go. This was only round 5. There are still 6 more games to go, so we're almost halfway through. But you know, lots of exciting things happening. Ming does seem like he's in pretty good form, but so do a lot of these other players, and you know, we gotta be a little bit careful. Sanan Shugirov is just incredibly strong at Blitz as well. I have discovered this rather recently. Okay. Alright, he's just picking up pieces. He's gonna go for the win. I mean, his opponent just resigns. Happens. I was about to say, let's go take a look at somebody who is lower rated. But then I remembered everybody here is higher rated than me. This is fine. This is totally a-okay. Alright. White just loses on time. Unfortunate. I mean, very hard position to win, honestly. Like, fighting the win in this position is just crazy difficult. I don't even know how I would do it. Queen c8, maybe. Try to go for this. And just hope your opponent blunders checkmate. Probably what's gonna happen. Oh god, we're gonna have a bishop rook endgame. This is a theoretical draw, but somebody usually blunders it. And by somebody, I mean usually the one with the bishop loses. What is the panda's name? The panda's name is Panda. Because I like to name my animals after what animal they are. Or coin flip it. So let's do random. I'll do a really quick random animal generator right now. Give me a random animal. Okay, I got Woodchuck. Panda's name is Woodchuck. Did Hikaru withdraw? He lost one game, right? Not really sure. Oh, no, he is here. He did not withdraw. He is just not at 4. So he's just not at 5 out of 5. He is at 4 out of 5. So he is ranked 16th currently. Oh, he has an event. Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that is most unfortunate. Good luck to him on his event. I hope he does well. Unlucky. I am sorry to hear that. But I do hope he does well on his next event. Pretty cool stuff that he's playing so many tournaments while being, I don't know. I wish I could be like him. All right. We are jumping into the 6th game of today. Yeah. Andrew Tang is playing. He's currently playing against Alexander Zubov. I guess we know the answer to the prediction now. So if any of you guys gambled your points today, well, unfortunate. Hikaru does not win today's Style Tuesday. He has actually withdrawn from the event. Good morning, Tinris. Hope you're doing well. Alright, I mean, this is a very solid opening. Let's find something a little bit juicier. Let's see how Ming is currently doing as black. Scammed. Exactly. Also, a rather dry position. I mean, Ming is going to make some kind of attack happen like he always does. But theoretically, it's just a very equal position. I think this bishop can come here. Or you can just swap with the queens, even though I don't like white's pawn structure after that. I believe Hikaru withdrew because he had an event to go to, but I also don't want to put words into his mouth. So I will let somebody else kind of handle that side of things. All right. All right. That's a free pawn on d4. That is just a free pawn, yeah. He didn't withdraw because he lost. He's at the St. Louis Chess Club. And there's an event going on. People wanted him out. So we have something that sounds rather reasonable. Let's not make assumptions here. My dear Twitch chat, I know we all love drama. I get it. You guys have nothing else going on in your life, so you live through other people. Totally understandable. It's all good. It's all good. I'm joking. But all right. Let's take a look at how Garakovsky is doing. Yeah. Thanks, Chief. Thank you. Too far. I am joking. You guys are awesome. I just do not very much enjoy drama. That's the only reason I said that. I am very much against drama. Okay, so bishop to f5. We have a nice position here for black. It's just chill. Slightly better pawn structure. Gatakomsky is doing pretty well. 4.5 out of 5. Not in the lead, but there's still 6 rounds to go. So, including this one, 6 rounds to go. So, a lot of stuff can happen. That's a mood rebuttal. Doing your French homework? Yeah, I've been there, done that. Good old days of doing homework. At this point, we need a Hikaru command. He just had to leave early because he had an event, my dude. My dudes. Nothing happened. He just has other life obligations. Who is Gara playing? Well, judging by his username, it's Grandmaster Matamoros. I don't know a lot about him, but White's position is looking pretty good. Thank you, puppy. I appreciate you coming in to troll. Yeah, no worries, rat. No worries. Bishop to f5. Very interesting move by Andrew. Want the Arjun game? Here's the Arjun game. It is very much a draw. And I'm gonna scooch back to the Penguin GM game. This one is rather interesting. So there's this. This is very winning for White now. I have no idea what Gara is in Spanish, but Gara is a Russian-American grandmaster. Alright, see? Nice checkmate from Andrew. Let's take a look at how Amin Tabatabe is playing currently. He is down that one pawn, which I was very confused as to why he lost. He lost the pawn on d4 a couple moves back, but luckily for him, actually, this queen endgame is probably lost as well. Yeah. Gara is cat. Pepo G. I don't speak any Spanish, unfortunately. Oh, we have our daily language Oscar. Who are we supporting, chat? Chat, type in your favorite people in today's Title Tuesday. Who do you guys want to see win in today's Title Tuesday? This is true, Joe. This is also true. Gara is one of my favorite characters from Naruto. Yeah, I'm actually getting trolled by my chat, my Chess.com, in the Chess.com chat. I'm actually getting trolled. I'm in. Okay, wonderful time. All right, Ming, Arjun, Ming or Gara. Let's go. Andrew. Okay. Hikaru just had an event to play in. No one. That's a mood. We like your nihilism, Pulse. Always much appreciated in this channel. And Gara does unfortunately lose the game. That was a very strong attack. It looked like a very strong attack, so it happens. Fortunately, that will probably take him out of contending for top places in this week's Title Tuesday. Just because the field is so strong. And there's still people with perfect score. I mean, Tabatabe is probably not doing too hot in this game either. I mean, that looks very sketchy to play. Queen takes h4. And black will have the pass pawn. And queen takes f4 and then defends the... Question mark? Black has played some pretty sus moves. Why did we not just take on f4 and push the h-pawn? There is checkmating 1. And unfortunately, Amin Tabatabe will also drop a game against a very strong national master from Russia, apparently. 2977 as a national master. This guy better be getting his grandmaster soon. What the heck? Unfortunate. Alright, let's take a look at how our favorite exotic princess is doing. Alright. This is an easy win for White. Nice. He's a Russian in him though, so that's basically Grandmaster. Yeah, this is true. Everybody in Russia is titled automatically. Okay, rook c5, and one of these pawns is just gonna promote. Easy game. Simple game. Another winning rook endgame for black. Yo, are you judging people based on their looks? And don't do that. Also, what? Black was winning 2 moves ago. How did she lose her rook? That is most unfortunate. Well, it happens. Definitely happens. That is the nature of Title Tuesday and playing Blitz chess. Yeah, Russian FIDE at birth is 1800. I mean, in Russia, if you're like a grandmaster, it's not like the world's biggest deal. Unfortunately, you have to be like a really good grandmaster. So maybe it's good that you're, you know, a slightly better player somewhere else. All right, have fun, Victor. Yeah. Was there a rat? I didn't see that. All right, Ming is playing against Arjun. Once again, for those of you who do not know, Wonderful Time is Grandmaster Ming Lei on Twitch. He is not currently streaming, but he is a very awesome streamer and very educational. And he is not yet a Grandmaster, but he's working on it. So, yeah. Let's see how this game pans out between Mr. Ming and Arjun. He's thinking a little bit. This pin is a tiny little bit scary, I guess, because you might be afraid of a6, but I would just castle here. Short castling is usually correct. Whenever you don't know what to do, you short castle. Right, guys? We get castled early, and then our king is safe, and then we play a solid middle game, following the normal chess rules. Yep. True, rat, true. Just win. Alright. It's gonna be a very slow game. Let's jump and see if we can find something very exciting. Oh, Danya's game is kind of exciting. I like this. Okay, some exciting things happening here. We got the d takes c5 probably coming in, followed by d takes c5, which is forced, and then e5, and then if the knight comes somewhere like here, I can just show you guys the moves on the board. Then we do have knight to e4 with the potential of jumping to d6, and if you play bishop takes e5, this becomes very unfortunate for black. Thanks, Beto. I appreciate it. Thank you. That reminds me, I gotta upload one today. Haha. Imagining having a YouTube manager couldn't be me. Hikaru is just taking a break. Exactly. Right, exactly. Just start giving out all the troll answers to people who ask. Alright, so far this attack is probably not the world's most safe attack, but hey, it's Blitz game, and in Blitz you can do anything. Yeah. Who do I think could be world champion 2030? Obviously Ludwig. Obviously. Give him 10 more years and he's gonna be the best chess player in the world. He's already the best chess streamer, so it's naturally the next step. Yep. Alright. I'm just waiting to see what black's gonna play. G takes f3 is probably not the world's most natural move, just because you're, like, scared of getting checkmated, but, you know. Yep. Of course, Joe. Of course. No, maybe somebody from Twitch chat Do we have anybody here who aspires to be world champion in 2030? Yeah, right. That's exactly how world championship titles work. I'm friends with, wait. I'm not friends with any world champions. I was like trying to think of like something. None of my friends are world champions. Okay, anyways. I'm the only one in my friend group that I know that has a world championship. Not even Fabi has a world championship. That's sad. It's fine. It's okay. Nice, Alkafa. Joffrey is gonna be the next world champion. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I aspire winning 3 games in a row. Haven't done that in a very long time. Yeah. You do want to be a grandmaster in 20 years? That's awesome. Will Andrew Tang win? Judging by the fact that his game is currently very equal, with a lot more games to go, yeah, I think he has pretty good chances to win. Oh, I'm friends with a junior world champion. This is true. That's true, yes. Yeah, that's how it works. But I already have a world championship title, so it doesn't really work for me. Like, I'm already... Like, I don't need to get a world championship title from one of my friends. But it's all good. It's all good. Aryantari is indeed very cracked at chess. Will I do OTB or just stream in the future? If OTB includes poker, I'm doing it. Yeah. But not currently any plans for OTB tournaments in chess. Rat's comments about Hikaru is just so funny. It's just so funny. Just hilarious. Okay, so I don't know how Andrew has 17 seconds on the clock while his opponent has 1. It's always really interesting to see how he's capable of just, well, actually rather, I want to say he almost prefers to play with very little time, so. I guess Coffee House Chess is considered OTB. Yeah. Everything in life is a vice, Jay. It's all good. OTB poker, yes. Over the felt. OTF poker. Because they don't use boards, they use felt. I think way too much about this stuff. I don't think he's doing very well in this position, actually. That pawn is going to promote. Unfortunate. He is going to lose this endgame. I mean, actually anything could still happen, but his opponent does have a lot of time. Well, I apparently just lied. His opponent does not realize that if he loses the A-pawn, he's gonna draw the game. And this king is currently very tied to these pawns, so what white is gonna do is go here, here, and here. And just yoink the juicer. Got the stars, look how they shine for you. Also, Danya lost this game, unfortunately, against Van Doren. Unlucky. Let's go back to see how Ming is doing against Arjun. Yeah, that's true, Rat. That's true. And Andrew has actually drawn against his National Master opponent, who is probably way too good to be just a National Master, but it's totally fine. Happens when you get good at chess during a pandemic. And they have drawn a lot of draws today. A lot of draws, sorry, this round. So we now see a bunch of people in first place with 6.5 out of 7. I'm not sure. I don't think there is anybody with a perfect score currently. So that really does mean this could be anyone's tournament. There are 0 perfect scores left. Sviridov Penguin, Sanan, Hanzo, and Fandorin all have 6.5 out of 7. Congratulations, Grand. Congratulations. Alright, is this guy really just gonna promote the queen? He's gonna promote another queen? Oh, is this guy me? Is his opponent gonna let him promote? Oh man, why didn't you promote this one first, buddy? You could have had 4 queens. He doesn't know the art of being immature. Alright, there's gonna be one more game before we go on a 6-minute break. True alive for you. Alright, so Ming is against Andrew in this game. Another very spicy game. I'm sorry. Did not mean to hurt your ears. The Torre attack. Any 94 players? I play 94. That's the line I play. Or not. I mean, this will probably go into a very normal Queen's Gambit. True, Cylindre. True. Alright. Okay, let's see if Sviridov is able to keep up his very amazing performance so far. Maybe he'll even get to 3,000. Can we shrink the standings? If I shrink the standings, you guys don't get the full... Like, it doesn't make... I mean, I'll show you guys what it looks like. It doesn't look very good. It looks a tiny bit scuffed, like chat. I mean, I guess it's fine. Okay. True Rat, thank you. But I mean, whatever chat wants, you know? Whatever you guys feel like having. This is fine? Okay. Shine for you. Alright. Sanan is using a lot of time to think about his one move here. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate it. Let's see how Fandorin is doing. I'm trying to find a position that is not, like, as dry as... I'm alright, puppy. I am on Chess.com commentary. All of these games kind of look the same to me. Like, they all, like, okay, sorry. These 3 games all kind of look the same to me because they all have fianchettoed bishops. So. Kind of interesting. I mean, obviously there's, like, differences, right? But the fianchetto bishop is something I notice instantly. All these positions are very all these positions are rather positional, strategic. It's going to be a lot of maneuvering. They're all slightly dry, and that's totally okay. Any exciting games for me to show? Maybe Eric's game will be exciting. Oh, this could be kind of exciting. Most Sicilians are rather exciting. Everyone's playing D4 openings today. I've been like looking for something a little bit more spicy to show you guys. Nothing wrong with positional chess, but I think positional chess oftentimes goes over people's heads, even my own, so. All right. On a very unrelated note, I was thinking about getting a shelf behind me so I can display all of my plushies. I'll probably do that. That was a very unrelated note. My brain just decided I want to think about that. Okay, so Tabatabe is probably going to be winning this endgame. It looks kind of easy. The rooks are just so good on the C file right now. So gonna threaten this knight and all that. Yeah. Is Danya still playing? Danya... It should be? Haven't seen him. Haven't actually seen him. I don't know where he is. There he is. He's 6 out of 8 currently. So I think he lost his last game. Yeah. Thank you for the prime, buddy. Thank you. He won. Sorry, he won his last game. Thank you for the tier 1 as well. That would be so wholesome. Alright, I hate being wholesome. I'm about to display all my swords in a glass panel case behind me. Feel like that's gonna go better. Maybe if I go to Japan this year, I can buy a samurai sword. Sorry, I'm just going on a tangent. I've just stopped thinking. Okay, let's refocus. Eric's game is still rather interesting, but I'm not sure how he's gonna attack this king. And he does look like he's kind of getting bullied over here a little bit. Oh, here there's actually queen to e5, which attacks the knight. And if you move your knight back, then you unblock. No, actually, wait, let me see. Do you unblock? No, you play queen to b8, which is apparently a pin. But his opponent also has a red bar for time, and he's running low on time. So it might be a slight worry. Also, I have been updated on the fact that Sviridov is a Grandmaster level player, just doesn't have the FIDE papers. Bureaucracy, am I right? No, I'm joking. I'm sure that whenever the pandemic ends and he goes to play some tournaments, he'll do just fine. He'll get it very quickly. I am 100% certain. So this does not work in any shape or form, buddy. He will take your knight at the end of everything. No. He has thrown away what was potentially a very good position against Sanan. Knight takes b3. He correctly identified that if bishop takes, there was c8 promotion. But I think he kind of forgot that he doesn't get as much material when he gives up a bishop already. But there's still very good chances for him to draw this position just because he is a lot higher on the time. So, lots of opportunity here. Alright, let's go take a look at how Jeffrey Sean's playing. He's winning this endgame. How is Eric Hansen doing? He's winning this middle game. He did eventually manage to probably... Yeah, that's very nice. Okay. Let's take a look. I think Black has found the winning idea. Yeah. Actually, now it's a draw. E6. What a great move. Rook takes f2 is a draw. Bishops. I mean, obviously, rook takes e6 now. It's just a draw. So... Alright, very good save by Sviridov, actually. It was rather hard in that position for Black to actually find the win. Stop jinxing people. Bishop takes f2, king to f1, followed by king to e4 was the winning sequence. And you might ask, what are you doing after e6? Well, you can play king to e3. You're threatening checkmate, so even if you try to promote, it's just checkmate in one. And if you take the bishop, well, king takes, and there will be checkmate, and you have no way of stopping that next move. Alright, so this is a drawn endgame despite white being up an entire night, mostly because black's pawns are kind of solid and knight plus rook endgame is a draw. Sorry, knight and rook versus rook endgame is still a draw. So this will just be a draw. Yeah, I'm just called Chess, by the way. Yeah, this is Chess. I'm just Chess. Alright, I mean, it's still a draw. It's a pass pawn on the H file. So, side rank pass pawns are always a draw. Yep, my first name is just Chess. Yep, that's how this works now. Actually, apparently in Zambia, they name kids after, like, regular English words. So, I think this was a Trevor Noah comedy skit, but he was like... He would talk about how he met people who were just named like Table or like chair or like lamp and stuff like that. Just common English words. Pretty cool. Love the game too much. Name your kid after it. Would you rather be named after a game or would you rather be named after somebody who played the game? I don't watch any comedy, Sorbonne. I only know this because my friends made me watch. What up, Ben? Yeah. Game? You would rather be called League of Legends? J-Falls, you're definitely thinking about this wrong. Alright, very nice. Very nice. Grandmaster level. Endgame skills. Alright. It's okay, Ming. Good luck on your next games. I will be back after a quick 6-minute break. And I'll see you guys for round 9. 3 more rounds to go. Let's see who finishes on top. back, guys. How do they play 17 moves in like 4 seconds? And that's kind of crazy, actually. Well, we are off to a very exciting start. We do have Hanzo, Sverdov, Arjun, Fandorin, Eric, Sanan, and a lot of other people with 7 out of 8. There are exactly 9 people with 7 out of 8 with 3 rounds to go. This could literally be anybody's Title Tuesday. Let me know in the chat who you think is gonna potentially win this week's edition of Title Tuesday. Okay. Speedy boys, indeed. It's going into a pretty drawn endgame. That's what we like to see at this level. A lot of draws, because they are very equally strengthened. Okay. What is happening here? Yeah, no Naka here, can be anybody now. E4, maybe pushing for E5. Pretty decent position for Arjun. Sviridov does not seem to be doing too well in this position. This pawn is going to be rather scary when it pushes up, and then there will be knight takes. Why am I not playing? Because I am costing today. Decided to take on the role of commentator rather than play myself. Another good position for white. Eric's pawn structure is a little bit destroyed. I mean, typically you want the pawns like over here-ish, maybe not so like spread out and everything, but yeah, I should honestly just cost and play at the same time. That should be my next challenge, right? Am I planning tournaments soon? Nothing for chess, no. Nothing planned, at least. Maybe if somebody wanted to stake me in a tournament, I would go. It would be quite difficult, indeed. You're right. I'm having some boba now. Alright, the danger has been averted. We're going to a minor piece plus rook endgame. Thanks, Sync. I appreciate that you think I'm talented. I'm also like a lot more comfortable these days streaming and doing commentary. I feel like I've finally found like my style. Perma flame, perma toxic, perma roast chat. Your favorite streamer? Okay, so after king d6, it's knight to c3 and probably like knight to b5 and stuff. Yeah, I definitely want to play more high stakes poker. You read my mind. And you're a sink again? What are you? You're a sink. Who am I rooting to win today? I am rooting for the best player to win. Okay. Okay. Stuff is happening. What's up, Azazi? How's it going? That's a cliched answer. I mean, I would support my friends, but like, I feel like that's also a very biased thing to say as a commentator, so I'm just gonna say I support the better player. Let's see how Danya's doing. Oh, as I said that, I think I jinxed his game. This is looking very bad for him. This is looking rather awful. This is a bit of an unfortunate situation. We do not want this kind of stuff. The pawns are gonna roll. The rook on e8 is pretty bad, but bishop c3, bishop takes b4 is very interesting here for Danya. You're my best friend forever. Yeah, I don't know if you want to be that, buddy. Like, I genuinely would rather nobody would ever be that, because I am not an easy person to be friends with. It is not a pleasant experience. Danya, move! Oh my god, why would he? No! He just lost his, he's probably going for checkmate, though. We're trying to, at least. I'm not sure what happened there. Why not? What was the thought process behind not taking and moving the bishop? At least, like, you don't lose a piece, but it's all good. Jingle, yeah, it kind of works that way, yeah. No, but honestly, using cucumbers on your eyes is a very tried tradition. I don't know how effective it is, but it's been tried. Two seconds left, gotta move. Danya! Oh my god, what a Chad! Completely just smurfed on his opponent in the last couple of moves. You have to play knight takes f3 now, because these pawns are going to promote if you don't do anything about it. King takes h3, rook takes f1, and then you play king to g3, and you'll always be able to capture this pawn. But Danya, never resign, guys. This is why you never resign. You just keep playing, you look for the best thing to do. Very good move. Yeah, one on position. This position's a draw. Okay, let's see how the two leaders are doing. Even if you're down a queen, your opponent could still stalemate you. Another very drawn position. Okay, let's take a look at how these two are doing. Oh no. Oh no, Evalbot did not like that. Just making sure he doesn't get checkmated, totally fair. Even though he wasn't at risk of getting checkmated, still a good idea. This is kind of crazy. It's a draw because of perpetual. And if you go here, queen takes a1. So, why missed a chance to draw? Of course, it's Blitz. Very difficult to play. Can't fault him at all. But he did miss the draw. Wanted to show that to you guys. Another very well-known draw. You guys can see the perfect endgame technique. Thanks, Zazy, for the prime. I could have pulled the draw for sure. I would have seen it. Wait, what? Oh, no, it's totally fine. Of course, of course. These guys are all pretty good. And we are going to be going into round 10 of 11. There's 2 more rounds in today's Title Tuesday. And in first place, we have Fedorin. And in second place, we have Penguin GM. Well, they both have 8 out of 9. So, pretty exciting stuff. Yeah. The Evil Bar went to the moon for a second, but it was definitely a draw. I was just like, did I miss something? But no, it's a very theoretically well-known draw. Alright, so going into round 10, and 2 people with 8 out of 9, a bunch of people with 7.5 out of 9, and I would say that these are the 2 groups of people with the most opportunity to still win this week's edition of Title Tuesday. And Fedorin is a Russian Grandmaster, and unfortunately I am not very familiar with whomst he is either, but yeah. Who is first in our hearts? I wonder too. Wait, is this just not updating? Hello? Hello? Do I need to refresh my page? Yeah, I need to refresh my page. I'm sorry. The games weren't loading for me. Fedorin is Maxim Chigaev, and he streams at twitch.tv/Fedorin96. He's 2639. There's so many Russian Grandmasters. I'm sorry, I don't remember them all. Any tips for someone who's trying to get back into chess after years? Are you ready for it to suck up all of your time and leave you hating yourself after every single game you lose? Preceded by a lot of tilt and then losing more games? If yes, then you can consider signing up on Chess.com. There is a lot of really awesome resources to help you learn. Yeah. Okay, sounds great, Zanfai. Also, starting a Twitch stream is a great way to get yourself back into chess. When people used to watch you primarily for chess, yeah. Try out some stuff, play a couple of games, look at some resources and all of that. Yep. You're welcome, Chess.com, for the plug. Okay. So this is the top rated game, so I kind of really want to follow this one because whoever wins this one is going to become the new leader of this week's Title Tuesday. Are books redundant? If you're under the age of 22, I would say yes. But there are actually books that are really good for you. Yes. Alright, bishop takes a6, great strategic decision. Messing up black's pawn structure a little bit. If you play e takes d4, this bishop e2, so yeah. It's very true. Everything is redundant in life, including life itself. What is the point of living anyways? Okay, I'm gonna save the nihilism for my own channel. we don't need to get into like existential debate here, but no, living life is great. There's a lot of things to live for. We should practice some hedonism. Just enjoy life. Live life to have fun. Be like Oscar Wilde. Okay, maybe don't be like Oscar Wilde. That was actually also not a very good thing to say. But this day, life's good. Especially for Andrew, who seems to be actually kind of winning this game. So, yeah. Yep. Yep. Oh, no, not that one. E4 is a very good move now. Baby fork. Do we see the baby fork? Any baby forks? Andrew was winning the previous move because queen c4, knight to g5, g5 was really strong with ideas of that, but now he's just lost. And we have the baby fork. How could Andrew blunder a fork? Because it wasn't directly. Well, actually it was. I don't know how he blundered the fork. He's human. Everything happens. I kind of want to live like Oscar Wilde. But I guess it doesn't really go well for you. Judging by how Oscar Wilde's life went. It wasn't the peak living. I feel like it's fun for a few years and then you realize that you can't just live like that. So, no, Penguin GM is not actually living in North Korea right now. He is probably in the US. Problem is the d5 pin, yeah. Yep. d5 was a great move. He probably thought you could get out of it with a check, which is an in-between move, but technically there was d5, so you couldn't play c takes d6 because of queen takes c4 because your queen wasn't defended. So, who is Oscar Wilde? Imagine reading classics. It's fine. I get it. It's alright. He is he was a poet and writer from like the 1800s. But yeah, you should Google him. He was pretty cool. He wrote my favorite book. Yep, pretty much. Poets and playwrights. Okay, so this king is just going on a walk and is getting checkmated really soon. The book, my favorite book, is The Picture of Dorian Gray. It's also his only book. So, yeah. Yes, my favorite book is by a dude who doesn't even write books. It's cool. I mean, Andrew is so lost in this position, which is very unfortunate because now his opponent will be the sole leader with 9 out of 10. And that will be pretty chat for him. He only needs to win his next game in order to claim this week's Title Tuesday title. However, it is also really important to note if he draws... Well, I don't think actually anybody in the 7.5 has actually won their game. So, yet. Obviously, somebody probably will. So, the next second... So, Hanzo will be at 8.5 out of 10. So, Maxime still has to win his last game in order to fully confirm that he has won Title Tuesday. Yeah. He was a pretty funny guy. He was great. I love his life story. Sometimes I wonder what it feels like to be Hikaru. Look at all the people who care so deeply about their streamer. Alright, nice win by Sviridov. Poor Eric Hansen, however. So there will be a few people with 8.5 out of 10. Fandorian's still in sole lead. But, scary stuff. He has to win his game, pretty much. Why? We care about Nemo? Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. You guys are awesome. I care about you all too, until we play sub battles, and then I care a little less. When it doesn't involve chess, I care about you guys immensely. When it comes to chess, I just can't get over my competitive nature, so I apologize for that. Everything except the chess is great about you guys. You're all very awesome. Hansen. It's actually pronounced Hansen because it's a Danish, no, it's a Norwegian last name. Making it worse? Yeah, no worries. I never tried to make it better in the first place. That was never my intention. Haha. What is Andrew Tan standing? After that loss, it will be quite far behind the leaders. With 8 out of 10, you're looking at around rank 6, 7-ish. So since we are going to the last game, I would say anybody with 8.5 still has opportunity to end in first, but people with 8 out of 10 are kind of out. Yeah, yeah. This is basically just Nemo's normal stream now. Yeah, I gotta give up. I'm like, yep, this is just me. I'm just drinking boba. Yep, this is just my stream. It's the full Nemo takeover. Yeah, Nemo's normal stream just follows Nemo around. Exactly. I like what Jeffrey's playing. Just go for the attack. Engine likes it too. Cylindra, you probably played a really long endgame. We have good chess now, exactly. Very good chess. Dude, Jababa's getting checkmated. Nice, Bradier. I miss doing classic literature. I never thought I would say this. In high school, I thought it was so lame, and I was such a nerd. And now I'm like, classic literature is kind of cool. I guess that's what happens when you get older. You find a lot of things that people used to make fun of you for, and like, people used to think you were just an absolute nerd for. Now it makes you sound cultured. It's like, wow. It's funny how life has turned out that way. Yeah. Like chess, this is very true. As I got older, it got significantly cooler. Alright, let's actually take a look at how fun Fandoran is playing. He drew his game already? Okay, well, I don't know how tiebreakers work, but it seems like super convinced that, I've always been into fine arts, though. I literally paint. I literally wanted to go to art school. I was preparing a portfolio even for art school. Yeah. Which country do I think will win the Chess Olympiad this year? For you, I'm gonna say India. Fandori has already drawn, so he's at 9.5 out of 10, by the way. So whoever gets 9.5 has good opportunities to also. Maxime. His name is Maxime. I forgot his last name already. And now I play violin, yeah. I am incredibly awful at the violin. That is a very beautiful tactic. Look at this fork. Look at this fork. If this, then there's checkmate. This deserves like to be hung up on a wall. This is just such a nice position for black. Like, I mean, this is so unassuming. It's just such a nice move. Wow, that's really incredible. Like, I'm just super impressed. You're a professional violinist. Congratulations, buddy. Pretty crazy, actually. Not awful, just new, true. I'll play violin tonight. Before it turns, like, dark. Hopefully. Well, Danya's gonna win this game for sure. Very impressive. Alright, let's see how other 8.5ers are doing. Any more 8.5ers? Okay, no, this is the last 8.5er. Don't worry. What I mean is, like, I'll play violin at around, like, 10 p.m. so you guys don't have to be awake for that. All right, so if Hanzo needs to win this game in order to get 9.5, as well as Sinan. If they draw this, they're gonna be both at 9 out of 11, which leaves Fendorin in first place. Nope, we're doing ASMR and then ASMR chess and then violin. That's the schedule for today. ASMR. And then we're gonna play ASMR chess for a little bit, or whenever I get tired of doing ASMR with chess. So, will my neighbor complain? No, they've actually never complained about my violin. They've complained about me screaming though. I guess they don't mind my violin too much. All right, we're still waiting for one of these players to win. There is no pog champs today, unfortunately, but. Yeah, they chose the lesser of two evils to complain about. Yeah, there will be PogChamps tomorrow, though, so make sure you are following the broadcast. Tomorrow will be an exciting day of PogChamps. Why is there a poll? We just decided. He is playing. I haven't seen my neighbors, nor do I want to. I really enjoy not seeing people. That's why I'm a streamer. I think Joffrey just flagged against Jabava. Oh my god, he was totally winning. What happened? Oh shoot. I mean, I guess it's a very difficult position to handle, but I mean, he just left his king completely exposed and didn't really think about what his opponent can do. Wow. Nice Chessolation. Yeah, it's Penguin GM1. He was playing. We're still waiting on a result for this from this game. If White wins this, we will have to wait for the official results to come out to see who won. If he's gonna win this. White should be winning this position. I personally don't know how to, but he should be. He is theoretically winning. Oh, I guess you just go for the b5 pawn now. You gotta play rook to b2. Or not. Why not just go rook to b2 and then go for the b5 pawn? I feel like that's an easier way to win. Interesting. Good starter violin to buy. I have a $300 violin from Amazon, which sounds like a cat scratching a metal pole when I play, but I don't think it would be any better on a Stradivarius. Like, I think it's just me. I don't blame the violin at all. Imagine backseating Super Grandmasters. Yeah, but also I'm probably correct. I think that endgame. I mean, I also am not them, right? Like, it's always easier as a spectator to see what to do rather than somebody who's playing. But that will be the conclusion of this week's. Well, not quite, but Hanzo is at the same number of points as Fendorin, but I think he's very slightly preferred. So Fendorin might actually come in second. They tie on tiebreak too. I don't know how it works then. We'll find out. I mean, Peter, you can watch my stream later and tell me what I should do. I've had a lot of expert violin opinion. I have not listened to any of it. And I will continue to not listen to any of it. Danya tied for third. Good stuff for him, indeed. Yeah. It's a bit like me telling chat how to work on chess, and they just don't do it. Same vibes, you know? I mean, I don't know if White's actually going to be able to figure out how to win this. Probably will. You push the king to one of the corners, like always. You think I've never played? I don't really care if you've played. That's not my point. My point is more that, like, you can tell me something, but I'm not... Like, sucks to say, but I don't really know you, right? Like, I don't really take suggestions from people that I don't like. Yeah, probably why you guys don't do things when I tell you. Like, if I tell you to not blunder, you guys still blunder. Same thing. We don't have that kind of connection, and that's totally okay. I suck at applying advice too. Okay, this guy just blundered really bad. Painful. Yep. Yup. Yeah. Just stop blundering, guys. Just win. Just win. Alright, and in first place we do have Hanzo. In second place we have Fandorin. And in third we have Danya Naroditsky, which is absolutely amazing, with absolutely amazing games played by all three. We have definitely tuned in to some very beautiful positions by Danya. I am still going to remember knight to e2. I will remember that move to my deathbed. That was a really beautiful fork into a pin. So, crazy. Alright, huge congratulations to Hanzo, Fandorin, and Danya for finishing in the top 3. Yeah, it's just very amazing, like very nice games today played by all of these Grandmasters. And obviously, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's Title Tuesday. So once again, huge shout out to everybody for watching. Huge shout out to Chess.com for having me on. If you guys haven't already, make sure you're clicking that follow button. And I will see you guys next time. Or I'll see you guys on my stream in a little bit. But I will see you guys. Peace. Have a great rest of your day. And don't just have a good day. Have a great day. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye.